you ever felt uneasy around someone but couldn't quite figure out why? Maybe it's a friend, a coworker, or even a family member. They smile, act kind, and seem like they're on your side, but deep down, something feels off. That gut feeling is probably trying to warn you about something. Evil people don't always wear obvious masks. They don't come with flashing warning signs. Instead, they hide behind charm, false kindness, and manipulation, quietly working to disrupt your peace and happiness. These people can be toxic, and if you don't recognize them early, they can cause harm to your life, your mental health, and even your future. In this video, we'll uncover 10 clear signs that there is an evil person next to you, inspired by timeless Stoic philosophy and practical wisdom. Stoicism teaches us to remain calm, logical, and aware in all situations. By learning to spot these warning signs, you can protect yourself from negative influences and stay focused on what truly matters in life. So, grab a notebook, sit back, and pay close attention, because the last sign on this list is the most dangerous of them all. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. Let's get started. Number 1. Excessive charm. Have you ever met someone who seems too nice? They flatter you constantly, shower you with compliments, and make you feel like the most important person in the room. At first, it feels good, almost like you've found someone who truly understands you. But here's the catch. This charm can sometimes be a mask. Evil people often use charm as a weapon. They know how to win your trust by telling you exactly what you want to hear. They make you feel special, but their real goal is to manipulate you. It's like a magician's trick. They distract you with the sparkle while hiding their true intentions. Let's make this relatable. Think about a coworker who's always quick to praise you in meetings but then quietly takes credit for your ideas. Or maybe a neighbor who's overly friendly when they need a favor but disappears the moment you ask for help. These aren't acts of kindness, they're tactics. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, once said, "Never let the impression of someone's words or actions take root before examining them closely." In simpler terms, don't just listen to what people say, watch what they do. A person's true character is revealed through their actions, not their words. So, the next time someone seems excessively charming, take a step back. Ask yourself, are their actions matching their words? Or are they trying to manipulate me? Remember, not everyone who's nice has bad intentions. But it's important to stay vigilant. Charm can be genuine, but it can also be a trap. Don't let it blind you to the truth. Number 2. Gaslighting behavior. Gaslighting is one of the most manipulative and harmful tactics someone can use against you. It's when they make you question your reality or your memories. Picture this: you confront someone about something hurtful they said, and they respond with, "I never said that." You're imagining things, or maybe they tell you, "You're overreacting. It wasn't that big of a deal." Over time, you start doubting yourself, wondering if you're being too sensitive or if you're even remembering things correctly. Gaslighters thrive on confusion. Their goal is to make you feel uncertain and to take control over your emotions. They plant seeds of doubt in your mind until you feel like you can't trust your own thoughts. Stoic philosophy emphasizes clarity of mind and self-awareness. Marcus Aurelius taught that we must remain anchored in truth and trust our judgment. When someone tries to manipulate your perception of reality, the Stoic response is to step back, reflect, and remain grounded in what you know to be true. Imagine you're at work, and your boss tells you they never approved an idea you presented, even though you have emails proving they did. This creates confusion, and you may feel hesitant to stand your ground. In this scenario, the Stoic way would be to calmly stick to the facts and avoid emotional escalation. Start documenting your interactions with people who exhibit gaslighting behavior. Save emails, text messages, and notes from conversations. This way, when they try to twist the truth, you'll have concrete evidence to protect yourself. Gaslighting isn't just frustrating. It can destroy your confidence over time. Recognizing it early is the key to breaking free from its grip. As Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Don't let someone else's manipulations dictate your peace of mind. Number 3. Consistent lying. Have you ever met someone who lies so easily, it feels like second nature to them? At first, it might seem harmless, maybe they're just exaggerating or trying to make a good impression. But over time, you realize the truth is rarely part of their story. Consistent lying is one of the clearest signs of someone with evil intentions. These individuals twist reality to suit their needs, often at the expense of others. It's not just the big lies you need to watch out for. It's the small ones that reveal their true character. Think about this. You have a coworker who always brags about their accomplishments. They claim they saved the company on a big project, but you know the credit belongs to someone else. Or maybe you have a friend who promises to be there for you, but always has an excuse when you need them most. These small lies add up and show you their real nature. They can't be trusted. Why do they lie? It's not always about hiding something. Sometimes it's about control. By lying, they manipulate how others perceive them, crafting an image that benefits their goals. They want to stay one step ahead, and truth often gets in the way of that. The Stoics, especially Epictetus, teach us to value truth above all. He said, "Lying is not only a moral wrong, but it also weakens your soul." For Stoics, truth is the foundation of trust, and without trust, no relationship, personal or professional, can survive. So, how can you handle someone who lies constantly? First, stop giving them the benefit of the doubt. Instead, focus on their actions, not their words. Do they follow through on what they say? Actions never lie. Second, keep your distance emotionally. Don't get drawn into their web of deceit, because once you do, it becomes harder to untangle yourself. Remember this: a person who lies easily is someone who values their agenda more than they value you. If you notice this pattern, it's a warning sign. Pay attention before their lies start causing damage in your life. Consistent lying often goes hand in hand with another dangerous trait: thriving on chaos. Up next, we'll discuss why these individuals seem to create drama everywhere they go and how you can protect your peace. Number 4. Thrives on chaos. Have you ever met someone who seems to love stirring the pot? It feels like they can't survive unless there's drama happening around them. These people thrive on chaos, and their goal is simple: to keep everyone else off balance. Picture this: you're at a family gathering. Everyone's laughing, sharing stories, and having a good time. But then there's that one person who suddenly drops a comment like, "Did you know that Aunt Sarah said something bad about you last week?" Now the mood shifts. People start questioning each other, and the room fills with tension. Meanwhile, the person who caused all of this sits back, enjoying the drama they've created. This is how chaos-loving individuals operate. They find ways to create confusion and conflict because it gives them a sense of power. They know that when people are distracted by emotional turmoil, they're easier to manipulate. So how do you handle someone like this? The key is to stay calm and not get drawn into their game. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher, said it best: "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. In other words, focus on your own peace. Don't let their chaos disrupt your inner calm. If they try to provoke you, don't react emotionally. Instead, respond with logic and composure. For example, if someone starts gossiping or spreading rumors, you can calmly say, "I don't think it's helpful to talk about this right now." By refusing to feed into their drama, you take away their power. Also, remember that you don't have to tolerate their behavior. Setting boundaries is crucial. You can limit your interaction with them, especially in situations where you know they might try to cause trouble. Life is too short to waste energy on people who enjoy creating conflict. The bottom line is this: people who thrive on chaos are like storms. They can disrupt your peace if you let them. But as Stoicism teaches, you are the captain of your own ship. You decide whether to sail through the storm or let it sink you. Choose peace. Number 5. Lack of empathy. One of the clearest signs that you're dealing with someone who may have bad intentions is when they show no empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. When a person lacks empathy, they are unable to connect with your pain or joy. They don't care about how their actions affect you. For example, think about a colleague who consistently takes credit for your hard work but never seems to acknowledge your efforts. Or maybe it's someone in your personal life who just can't seem to understand when you're struggling emotionally or physically. When you need help or support, they're nowhere to be found. And if you ask for it, they might even act annoyed. The Stoics believed in practicing compassion and understanding, knowing that this is a key part of living a virtuous life. They understood that our relationships with others should be based on mutual respect and kindness, not self-interest. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, often reminded himself to be kind to others because that is what makes us truly human. When someone lacks empathy, they are essentially showing you that they see you as nothing more than a tool for their own gain. They may pretend to care when it benefits them, but the truth is, they are incapable of genuine emotional connection. That's a clear sign of a toxic person who only looks out for themselves. It's important to distance yourself from such people, as they will only drain your energy and bring negativity into your life. Number 6. Envy and resentment. Have you ever noticed someone who can't seem to be happy for you, no matter how much good happens in your life? This is a clear sign that the person next to you might not have your best interests at heart. These individuals secretly want to see you fail. They may smile in your face but feel bitter behind your back. For example, think about a friend who always downplays your success. You tell them you just landed a new job, and instead of celebrating with you, they quickly change the subject or even try to make you feel guilty for achieving something they couldn't. Or, when you share good news, their response is almost dismissive. This behavior is not just a minor flaw, it's a reflection of jealousy and resentment. Stoicism teaches us to rise above envy. Marcus Aurelius himself said, "The best revenge is not to be like the one who wronged you. Instead of reacting or feeling hurt by this person's envy, focus on maintaining your own integrity. Keep achieving, keep growing, and remember that those who can't celebrate your victories are not worth your energy." When you spot envy in someone close to you, take a moment to pause. Understand that this person's feelings are about them, not you. You don't need to shrink yourself to make them feel better. Stoicism reminds us to seek peace within ourselves, regardless of others' jealousy. If someone can't support you in your wins, it might be time to reevaluate their place in your life. Number 7. Extreme selfishness. One of the most noticeable signs that you're dealing with an evil person is extreme selfishness. These individuals are always looking out for number one, and that number is themselves. They have little to no regard for the needs or feelings of others. It's like they're constantly asking, "What's in it for me?" And if they don't get what they want, they'll turn cold or dismissive. Think about someone who only reaches out when they need something from you. Maybe it's a friend who never calls unless they need a favor, or a coworker who only speaks to you when it benefits them, but never shows interest in your needs. At first, it might seem like they're just busy or distracted, but over time, you begin to notice a pattern. They only show up when it's convenient for them. In relationships, whether personal or professional, a healthy dynamic involves give and take. But with selfish individuals, the exchange is always one-sided. They don't care about the effort you put in or the sacrifices you make. What matters to them is what they can take from you. This is a huge red flag. Stoicism teaches us to live with virtue and wisdom, not driven by selfish desires. It's important to remember that people who are constantly taking without giving back are draining your energy and happiness. So, if you notice someone always trying to get something from you without offering anything in return, this is a clear sign they don't have your best interest at heart. Protect yourself by setting boundaries and walking away from relationships that revolve around selfishness. Number 8. Manipulative guilt tripping. Have you ever been in a situation where someone made you feel guilty for setting a boundary? Maybe it was a friend, a partner, or even a coworker who always seemed to have a way of making you feel bad when you said no. They might say things like, "If you really cared about me, you'd help me," or "You're being so selfish by not doing this for me." This type of behavior is a classic sign of manipulation, and it can be hard to spot if you're not aware. At first, it might seem like they're just upset or hurt, but when you take a step back, you realize that they're using guilt as a weapon to get what they want. And that's where the danger lies. Stoicism teaches us to have strong boundaries and to protect our peace. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that people will do things to upset us, but we have control over how we react. When someone uses guilt to try and manipulate you, they are trying to control your actions based on how they want you to feel. And that's a dangerous game to play, not just for them, but for you as well. The key here is to recognize when this is happening and to stand firm in your decisions. It's okay to say no. It's okay to prioritize your own needs. In fact, by setting healthy boundaries, you're actually doing both yourself and the other person a favor. They'll learn to respect you, and you'll avoid the emotional exhaustion that comes from constantly feeling like you need to please everyone. Remember, guilt is an emotion that only has power if you allow it to. If you're constantly giving in to guilt, you're giving someone else the power to dictate your actions. But as a Stoic, you can train yourself to be resilient in the face of manipulation. Stay true to your values, protect your peace, and never feel guilty for putting your well-being first. Number 9. Habitual blame shifting. One of the most common signs that someone may have toxic or evil traits is their constant habit of shifting blame. Have you ever been in a situation where everything seems to go wrong, but somehow the person you're with never takes responsibility? Instead, they always find a way to blame someone else, even when it's obvious that they are at fault. This is a red flag. Imagine this scenario. You're working on a team project at work, and something goes wrong. Instead of owning up to their mistake, your colleague immediately points fingers at you or another teammate, even though the evidence shows they are the one who messed up. It's frustrating, isn't it? It's like they can't accept accountability, and every mistake becomes an opportunity for them to make someone else the villain. The truth is, people who consistently shift blame are often trying to avoid responsibility because they don't want to face the consequences of their actions. This kind of behavior is manipulative, and it's a tactic that can slowly erode trust. Over time, it can make you feel like you're always walking on eggshells, constantly defending yourself, and never feeling secure in your relationships. In Stoic philosophy, there's a clear message: own your actions. Marcus Aurelius taught that a wise person does not point fingers or make excuses. Instead, they reflect on their own behavior and seek to improve themselves. Taking responsibility is a sign of strength, not weakness. So when you encounter someone who never owns up to their mistakes, who always points the finger at others, understand this. They're hiding something deeper. It's important to distance yourself from people like this, as their behavior can be draining and toxic. Stoics believed that the key to a peaceful life lies in focusing on what we can control: ourselves. You can't control others, but you can choose to surround yourself with people who take responsibility for their actions. Number 10. Joy in others' pain. One of the most evident signs that someone may be an evil person is when they take pleasure in seeing others suffer. It's a chilling trait that often goes unnoticed until it's too late. These people may smile when you fail, or they might laugh when something goes wrong for someone else. The worst part? They disguise it as harmless joking or just having fun, but deep down you can sense it's more than that. It's a sign that they are emotionally disconnected from the well-being of others. Think about the last time you faced a setback or made a mistake in front of others. Did someone in your circle seem overly amused, maybe even a little too pleased by it? Maybe it was a coworker who made an offhand comment about your failure, or a friend who seemed too happy to see you struggle. At first, it might seem like just teasing, but when this pattern continues, it becomes clear. They enjoy seeing others hurt, even if it's just emotionally. Now, you might wonder, isn't everyone a little competitive or sarcastic sometimes? And yes, it's normal to joke around with friends, or feel a sense of satisfaction when you accomplish something. But there's a difference between healthy competition and taking joy in someone else's downfall. The Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius teach us to be self-aware, to focus on our own actions, and to have compassion for others. If someone takes delight in your pain, they are not living by the principles of integrity and kindness. They are only focused on themselves and their own pleasure at the expense of others. So, how do you handle someone like this? The Stoic solution is simple. Distance yourself from them. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, not those who revel in your misfortune. Protect your peace and remember, you deserve to be around those who genuinely care about your well-being. Now that we've explored the 10 evident signs that there could be an evil person right next to you, it's important to reflect on the power of awareness. Life is filled with people who might try to take advantage of your kindness, your trust, or your time. But by recognizing these signs early on, you can protect yourself from the harm they cause and focus on surrounding yourself with people who lift you up, not tear you down. Stoic philosophy teaches us to focus on what we can control, and one of the most crucial things we have control over is the people we allow into our lives. People who constantly lie, manipulate, or cause unnecessary chaos don't deserve a place in your world. It's important to remember that setting boundaries and removing toxic influences is not only an act of self-care, but it's also an act of strength. As we conclude today's video, take a moment to think about your own relationships. Are there people in your life who exhibit these signs? Are you surrounded by those who encourage your growth and support your well-being? If not, it might be time to reevaluate and make some changes. The Stoic mindset reminds us that our inner peace is non-negotiable. So, if someone's presence in your life disrupts that peace, don't hesitate to distance yourself. You deserve to be around people who inspire you to be the best version of yourself. If you found these insights helpful, I encourage you to take a moment to like this video. Your support helps this community grow and reach even more people who need to hear these important lessons. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future content that can continue to help you live a wiser and more fulfilling life. Finally, share this video with someone who might need a reminder of these warning signs. We all deserve to protect ourselves from negativity, and your simple action could help someone avoid a toxic relationship or situation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.